question before him.
Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, Lords, Ladies, Arbiters, noble populace of the East, before you comes one of your northern sons. Rising here in the Barony of Endewearde, he traveled south and came to his own in the lands of Carolingia. From that home, his legend has grown, and tales of his chivalric virtue are known society-wide. Depending on how you've met him, you may know him by the sweetness of his mead, his prowess on the list field, or the dedication of his service. He is the founder of White Shield, where he fosters a space for the newest among us. He stewards the deed, where the magic of our tournaments flourishes and inspires generations to come. He is a companion of the Order of the Perseus, where he gives the strength of his arm for Baron and Baroness. Member of the Order of the Silver Wheel, where he helps the machinery of the society turn. Former captain of your Queen's Guard, where he serves diligently. Companion of the Order of the Silver Tiger, where he has clawed up the ranks of the Eastern host. Companion of the Order of the Tiger's Combatant, where he is feared as one of the most deadly with arms in these eastern lands. Make way for the vigilant, for he walks his final steps on his path to answer the question before him. Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, Lords, Ladies, and all assembled here, I give you the Honorable Lord, Albrecht Ostergaard.
When you were fired this morning, we sent you off to consider a question. Whether or not you would accept the honor and the duty of joining the Order of the Chivalry. We would like your answer now. You have something which belongs to someone else, and you need to be your own person to stand on.
When I left Master Billy Fish to steward over you. And the discussion that we had immediately was, well, what do you want me to do with it? It was decided even before then that this was a foregone conclusion. I am so proud and so honored that you chose me to mentor you on the path, but I have learned just as much as you. I know that you will be a good and worthy knight, and you will inspire others on the path, because people tell me of your deeds every day. I want you to know I love you, and I will miss this relationship, but I'm happy for him. Lord Albrecht is no longer my squire. I release him to you.
Then I would like to see before us our Order of the Chivalry.
This is great. Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel who will speak for the That is my honor this day, Your Majesty. Sestina for Albrecht Ostergaard. I fiore loro, arts declare, and 39 rows, the works of this my brother fair with all that is his due. Perhaps you would indulge me then as I lift up this air to sing the valiant artist path of one who would be knight. One thinks of arts in words and deeds, but I would offer more. Expression and experience born of art describes this one. Best known for banners, color-rich, look forth, and there is one. From bear claws, phoenix flames, a tower, or even a fine rose. So many banners he has made, and just this day are more. For even on the very day he celebrates his due, still toiled for many days and more, and well into the nights, so that dear friends could see this day their standards in the air. Still as the raven's caws and cries do carry through the air, I must describe more arts this day, and not that single one. For experiences are crafted here by many we call knight, and this good lord crafts kindness, true and gentle as a rose. He moves through space with open heart, and lo, what won't he do? For if you need his strength, his arm, his bond, he'll give you that and more. Art expresses life in many ways, and then in even more. We see it in his axe, decisive, slicing through the air, or in his steady prodding steps to fields laden with dew. In focus, raven eyes through helm that know when he has won. His courtesy oft favored by the nobles of the rose, and art in stories told while walking late into a night. One knows an artist's mind by how it wanders in the night, seeking the beauty of the world from seaside to the moor, a flair in turning up a phrase from his writing rose, his ear oft seeing music as it dances through the air. With gifts like these, some would turn out and claim that they had won, but boast of his keen artistry, this man would never do. I hesitate to mention, chaos too can be an art, and oh, this he does do. The atrocities oft visited to chocolate wavers in the night. And all awards for memes, my friend, Albrecht there has won. Shuddering, I recollect his beloved Dinty Moor, which rises without warning as a scent upon the air, on camping grounds and round a site where one can find no rose. And still this one remains my peer, and know that he is due. Thus rose the artist Albrecht, this day incipient night. I'll say no more than this. Your Majesties do not hear.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican who would speak on behalf of this candidate?
Your Majesties, I am Magistra Audrey Bennett, companion of the Order of the Pelican, and I am potent enough to speak to this candidate.
Wow.
Your Majesty. Oh, thank you.
Do it.
There are very few in this room. In fact, a mother and a brother who can say they have known this man longer than I. Albert and I met 25 years ago in this very town, playing Nosferatu in a LARP, where we caused, as Her Excellency put, chaos. But in causing chaos, what Albert created was community. He welcomed new players and new people. Lo, to my surprise, when I saw him 10 years later. And he said, there is something missing in our society, a place for new people. And he, along with a few others, created the Company of the White Shield. A place for people who had no home, who had no house, who had no food and board. He created that. He created it, and it was so strong that it spread to other kingdoms. The company of the White Shield was community. And as a pelican, community is service. And I can think of no finer way to support my friend, my brother, than to acknowledge his service in community, in creating space to welcome those who had no place, who had no space. And for those that were at East Kingdom 50 year, we remember how hot it was. Oh, so hot. Under the day shade for White Shield, all were welcome, regardless of their place, regardless of their status. Water was given, space and shade was given. My family was given home that day, and I am eternally thankful for it. Creating space and community is a driving focus of the Order of the Pelican. And Albrecht Ostergaard is my peer, Your Majesties, and I am so thankful that you see that in me. Thank you for what you do.
Is there a member of the Order of the Rose who will speak for this candidate?
Fortune.
Is there a member of the Order of Defense who will speak for this candidate?
Your Majesties, I am Asa Onstunga, my study, companion of the Order of Defense, and I have eagerly awaited the chance to speak for this man. The Order of Defense is often tasked to speak on perseverance, and one generally doesn't get to this point without displaying some level of what may be called unhinged persistence. And Albrecht definitely has that. But over the years, I've watched him face setbacks, face frustrations, injury, life, and the thing that's always stood out to me is his ability to look at those obstacles and look at the goal behind it, so close you can almost touch it, and then make the hardest decision of all, which is to say, no, not this way. I'll find another, knowing that that means maybe he won't make it today or tomorrow or even the next day. But when he does, and he always does, it will be in a way that is sustainable, in a way that allows him to keep going, because that's what he does. He keeps going. As long as I've known him, he has been doing the ongoing, endless work to make this society a better place. And not just in fighting. He does it through teaching, through mentoring, through building community. As you heard, he's founded the Company of the White Shield to give people a place to belong, whether for days or for years, while they figure out what they want to do. Where they hear that it's okay to take your time, that it's okay to rest. Because he's in it for the long haul, but more than that, he wants as many people as possible to be along there with him, to share in the joy that he's felt, and to succeed in the way that he has succeeded. And he knows that to do that, sometimes you have to demonstrate the hard thing, to show that delay doesn't mean defeat, and that taking care of yourself isn't selfish, but is, in fact, a peer-like quality. Your Majesties, Albrecht is not just my peer. He shows me every day how to be a better one. Thank you.
Is there a member of the Order of the Rose who will speak on behalf of this candidate?
Your Majesties, that is my honor. My relationship with Albrecht has been Probably somewhat unwilling on his part. He has, on more than one occasion, gotten swept up in strange ways shenanigans and taken along on the train into wild and wonderful situations in which he has always behaved with the utmost of chivalry. He shows his heart in caring for others. He is an exemplary leader to the guard, as we have all watched him. But he also brings that moment where you also need to have the sense of fun. Because if it is not fun, why do it? And we need to make sure that, especially once you have gone down the long and hard road of knighthood, that you remember that you find the fun and you inspire it in others. And that spark will always be within you. And I admire that. And Your Majesties, it is a good thing you do this day.
Is there a member of the Order of the Mark who will speak for this candidate?
Majesties, if I may, I bring the words of Meister Otto Gottlieb.
Right.
Dear friends, I am Meister Otto Gottlieb, Order of the Laurel, Order of the Pelican, Order of the Mark, and former Endewearde. Sorry, thank you. And Baron of Endewearde. It is my great pleasure to speak on behalf of the Order of the Mark. Today we celebrate Esperance, hope, not the light, wishful kind, but the deeper version of hope that has weight and endurance. The kind of weight and the kind of weight that keeps working even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. In French, Esperance implies active hope, a hope that rolls up its sleeves, and that is exactly what Albrecht embodies. It's an honor to speak on behalf of my friend, as he is recognized for an achievement that reflects not only his work, but his character. He and I go back to our days in the Shire of Gotcha. A piece and a time that taught us a lot about perseverance, community, and what real hope looks like. Even then, he was someone who carried himself with a quiet steadiness, always showing up, lending a hand where he could. He is someone who sees potential where others see obstacles. Someone who steps forward when things are uncertain. Someone who encourages others, not by grand speeches, but by consistently showing up and doing the work. Hope becomes real when you see it lived out, and he lives it out every day. One of the things I've always admired about him is his ability to lift others. In our Shire days, he was one who did not get caught up in the details, but saw potential for a grander vision, not by pretending challenges didn't exist, but by refusing to let them define us. That is Esperance. That is hope with courage. And that's why this recognition matters. It's not only honoring an achievement, it's honoring a way of being, his commitment to progress, to service, and to believing in what can be built, even when the world seems uncertain. So today, as we celebrate him, we also celebrate the power of hope, the kind he models for all of us. If Esperance had a face, it would look a lot like Assistance, and the way he inspires those around him. Congratulations, my friend. You've earned this, and you've shown all of us what hope looks like in action. Your Majesties, Albrecht Ostergaard is my peer.
who will speak on behalf of this candidate.
Your Majesty, if I may. I am Alexander. I have known Albrecht in many different ways over many times, and I would like to speak to you today on something that is very important to me, but I would like to speak to you on trust. When a peer is recognized, it is up to the populace to put a lot of trust into the orders for recognizing them, to the royals for recognizing them. And we put so much trust that they're making the right decisions, because trust can be broken and trust can be hard to earn. That being said, I think we can all say that we trust this man implicitly. I trust Albrecht with everything that I have ever given to this kingdom. And I trust him to see it through and to do wonderful things with it. And I trust him to not always make the best choices, but I trust that he will always make the right choice. I hope that I can say on behalf of the populace of the East Kingdom that he is our peer, for he certainly is mine.
Chivalry who will speak for this candidate.
Your Majesty, friends, I am Endewearde, and it's my privilege to speak for this man. I take great pride in being a member of the Chivalry, but not half the pride I take as being a friend of this man. The people who have spoken so far of you have talked about your quiet leadership, your long path. I'm going to give you a little insight into the inner mind of Albrecht. I was probably one of the first people to bruise you at your very first practice. And I suspect I know where. We won't talk about that in public. But the man who we all recognize as being a quiet, gentle, loving leader referred to himself just today when we were talking about those first days as, let's see if I get this right, a demon rage goblin. Because that's the perception. Those are the things that our friend has worked to contain, to improve, to make himself the man he is today. Albrecht, you have walked a long path. You've walked a hard path. You have walked a good path. You have been a leader of people, whether you know it or not. I told you today in Vigil that I knew a lot of people who are here today because of you. And you looked at me like, what? I assure you that that is the case. And I know that there will be many more people who find their place in this society because of you and your leadership and your heart. Leadership, heart, work, the path. That is chivalry. Your Majesties, thank you so much for acknowledging the chivalry of our friend, Albrecht.
Having heard such good in august council, we are minded to do this thing. Is there a belt?
Your Majesty, there is a belt. Give me a moment. Got a little caught up there. Your Majesty, first I would like to thank you both for allowing me to sit with your knights. What an august company, and I'm honored to be here. I came from the West Kingdom. Yesterday to be here, and I've had the honor and pleasure of taking the field with Albrecht. and seen the prowess and example that he brings to your kingdom. He is an excellent warrior and a good knight, I know him to be. An honor to pass on a lineage belt, if I may take a moment to read, or to recite that, okay?
Is it long or short?
Not that. I mean, not either. This belt was made by Sir Steen Halverson, Knight of the East, who moved to the West Kingdom and passed it to his first squire to get knighted, Sir Wheelock Wilfredi, Master of the Laurel. The second person it went to was myself, and 30 years ago I received this belt, and I was very honored to get it. I was given the option of picking this one or a fighting belt that had a vintage R2-D2 buckle. In recognition, I probably should have taken the vintage buckle. They're worth a lot of money now. But, so from there, I am Thorfinn, Duke of Savoy, and I received this belt. And from me, it went to Sir Artos Quintus, who is now Baron of Stromgard. From Artos Quintus, it went to Sir Brenos Agricola from the West Kingdom. From Sir Brenos Agricola, it went to Sir Logan Pathwarden. From Logan Pathwarden, it went to Owen Aurelia. From Sir Owen Aurelia, it went to Sir Hallthor. From Sir Hallthor, it went to Jordy. Sir Steiner, and from Sir Steiner, also by the way, my squire, I should have remembered his name. And from Sir Steiner, it now goes to you. And many of these people, besides being great fighters and great warriors, were great artisans and gave a lot to their people. And so it's fitting that it's come here. From the east, back to the east. Okay? Your Majesty, I present to you. Thank you for your indulgence.
There, I believe there's more than one belt.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
At the Pot of Arms of Great Western War, there was a squire, and that squire forgot his belt. That squire was squire to Duke John of Hollingsburg, a great duke who had made one of the sets of the crowns of Cailles, a great artisan. So we come to the Pas the next year, and that squire did not have his belt. The Palisades fire had destroyed his home. And all that was with it. But there was a squire with a belt that gave it to him. And that squire was Albrecht. So I asked Duke John, will you present a belt? It's only fair. A belt came from my house. You should bring one to mine. And this belt is made with pieces from Duke John's belt that he came and did a pilgrimage to William Marshall's grave and spent a day simply meditating on William Marshall and the honor that he had brought the kingdoms. And with that, you now share a belt with Duke John. We know that it'll do honor to him, but I know that generosity that created this belt for you will only continue.
Are there spurs?
Right. These were crafted and given to me by His Highness on my hand.
Are there chains?
There,
Hello.
Our lineage, as stands, is Master Corwin Ariana, Rustam Nor Abu Ibn Abdallah, and me. And this goes to you. And although the chain I was knighted with is lost, this chain was presented to me as the very first piece of regalia given to me by Master Corwin, the beginning of our lineage, at my vigil on Halloween.
Is there? No, not yet.
Fair enough.
Is there an axe?
There is your Majesty. This is made by Master Ostergaard, the knight, and is a symbol of Albrecht on the field.
Yes.
Why don't I get the axe? No. Is there also a sword?
There is, Your Majesty. This sword has no lineage and comes from very humble beginnings, but this was the first sword ever given to me. And I have a tradition with giving things to Albrecht that once belonged for me, for him to take and make better. I give this to him.
This is going to be an act of consensual violence. If this is not something that you want to see or participate in, your grace, I appreciate it. One second, guys.
Wait, what?
I mean, he's not.
And I'm a Ganta, and recognize the ties that now bind us to each other. The hospitality of our table, until these crowns pass from our heads, or the destroyer of worlds begins to dance.
Now that you're and now I understand. Then in recognition of this, let this be the last blow that you ever receive uninserted.
A call has arisen for one who would serve the East, and one has answered. Witness here this man, Albrecht Ostergaard, an example of honor and humility, He seeks after recognition for those around him, finding ways to lift up their deeds before his own. With sword and axe, he defends the humble. Welcoming of newcomers, he brings them into his camp and offers his shield. Those who offer battle against him are fulfilled. Those who would fight beside him find joy in the camaraderie of combat. Their Majesties King Donovan and Padishah Begum Meganta see true the worth of Albrecht Ostergaard and his answer to their summons. Thus do they elevate him to their Order of Chivalry this day at their Kingdom Arts and Sciences Championship in the Barony of Endewearde, Anno Societatis 60. Words, calligraphy, and illumination by Lisbeth von Kotwick. For Albrecht, newest knight of the society.
Viva! Viva! Viva!